I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. But when that they continue to endure and be sincere, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching this word and believing this word, Lord willing, that you continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwatiyam, that are believers of this faith and this truth, Lord willing, that you continue to endure and be sincere, and continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. Lord willing, the Most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. The title of this lesson is The Prophets Are Always Sent Out. The prophets are always sent out. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15 in the NLT. What is happening now has happened before, and what will happen in the future has happened before, because God makes the same things happen over and over again, right? So just talking about the title, the prophets are always sent out. It happened before, it's going to happen again. And this time, in past tense, it happened, right? Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's the same system, right? You go to Amos 3:7. The Lord would do nothing until he revealed his secrets unto the prophets. Now I want to look up something real quick, see if this is Salaki. I'm trying to look up this word. Because I believe apostle means sent out. So let me see if this is correct, right? So I looked up the word apostle. When you go to Romans 1:9, it says, Paul, a servant of Yahushua Mashiach, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God. When you go into the word apostle for this verse, it means messenger, one sent forth with orders, right? A messenger, one sent forth with orders. Someone that is an ambassador of the gospel or a commissioner of Hamashiach. He that is sent or a messenger. The same as a prophet. Let's look up prophet. Right? Let's actually go to this one. Hosea, the 12th chapter, and verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So let's see what this word prophet in this verse.
Strong's H 5030. Navi.
So Navi, prophet in this verse means a spokesman, a speaker, right? It can be a false prophet or a heathen, right? An inspired man, right? Again, a spokesman and a speaker. Now, when you go into the Hebrew lexicon, it says, with the idea of a prophet, there was this necessary attached that he spoke not his own words, but those which he had divinely received, right? So let's look at a few examples, right? Let's go to this classic in 2 Peter chapter 1 in verse 19 to 21 in the KJV. It says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but by holy men of God, spake as they were moved by the Ruach Kodesh. Right? So in order to truly be a prophet, you have to be moved by the Ruach Kodesh. We see in St. John 14, 15, 16, the Ruach Kodesh is going to teach you all things. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10 and 11, having the Ruach Kodesh, the Spirit of God, you're going to know the deep things of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I want to get another example, but I'm going to go to the book of Acts, drop it down to verse 26. And this is dealing with Philip. It says, and the angel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua spake to Philip, saying, arise and go towards the south, unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of Ethiopians, who had the charge of her treasure and had come to Jerusalem for to worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot, read Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to his chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. That's the example of the Ruach Kodesh, right, guiding you, right? It guided him to a man, let alone of understanding your guidance. It's the same example, being guided to somebody. Man's going to the Lord, being guided to go somewhere. You could be going to a whole nother city for a purpose, and you might think it's for something else, right? But then the Lord said, don't worry on what you're going to say, because the Lord is going to provide the words, and that's through the Ruach Kodesh. See? So again, Hosea 12 and 10, I have also spoken by the prophets, right? Let's just get a few that even go with it. Hebrews 1 and 1, God, who at sundry times in diverse manners spake, diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Right? In time past. And we just read Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. Things that already happened is going to happen again. So the Lord is using his prophets again. How are the secrets of the prophecies of this time being revealed? Through the prophets. This lesson is all about you being more sure in your faith and your walk with the Lord, that somebody that you're actually watching is a prophet, right? If your spirit bear witness what is actually being said and is leading you to the actual 100% truth, you're learning from a prophet of the Lord, right? And we need to be giving thanks to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because let alone that is mercy that he's allowing you to gain access to his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Let's get another one. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 7th chapter, verse 23. It says, but this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all my ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walk in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward, since the day that their fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt. Unto this day I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily, rising up early and sending them. Right? The prophets is of the Lord. I can't be a prophet of my own agenda. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has to send me out like he did Jeremiah. Right, verse 26. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but hearken their neck. They did worse than their fathers. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. Right? And through the Spirit, the Lord is using the prophets to do his work. Right? In 1 Corinthians 1, the Lord said he chose, or he made this foolish preaching for the believers. Right? Let me get that, because I was in my head. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 21. For after that, in the kingdom of God, the world by wisdom knew him not. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. The Lord is using the prophets. Some of them having dreams and visions. Some of them just the Spirit hit them and they just start prophesying. We're able to be able, I said it both, I said it 2 times. We're able to be able to give the sense of these visions and dreams that was said in past tense about things that's going to be fulfilled in this time. Like Ezra having his little vision and speaking to the angel about Jacob's trouble, or about the Romans. 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, verse 11 and 12. Speaking about Yahushai crowning the elect. Speaking about Yahushai riding on a mountain where he couldn't see the region. We're able to give the sense of that, you know. Let me get this old classic one. The old classic in 1 Samuel 9 and 9. Right? This is what it says. It says, before time in Israel, when men went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Right? So some, certain prophets is not, you don't see them by name in the scriptures. In the time of Adam, the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Noah, it was prophets in the midst of the earth. Even Noah was prophesying for, I believe, about those 100 years that he was making the ark. He was a preacher of righteousness, and nobody would hear him. They was laughing. Right? Let me go to a Jeremiah example. Right? This is a quick precept. 1, 2, 3. I believe it's Jeremiah 32, verse 33. It says, wait. Yes. This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 33. And they have turned unto me the back and not the face. Though I taught them rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. Right? And through the Spirit is really Yahweh. Anybody that bumps against the prophets, anybody ignoring the prophets, you're doing it against the Lord. You're fighting against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because a true teacher is coming in the name, in the power, in the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Like if you're a servant, you are a servant to do the will of your master. An assassin. He's come to do the will of whoever is telling him to go do it. Apprentice, right? What is it? I forgot who it was. It's in Star Wars. It was apprentice in there too, but they was all to usher out order. When you watch the movie Taken, they were all called for an order, and the prophets are called out. They're spokesmen. They're speakers for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? So that was a good example in Jeremiah chapter 7, right? I think it's something I want, where he said, I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets. We're guilty right there. He sent out the prophets for us, right? Let me get this one. This is Jeremiah 25:4. And Yahweh have sent unto you all his servants, the prophets. Saying it again. Rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ears to hear. Right? Ecclesiastes 3:15. I'm going to implant this in so many of y'all heads. I mean, I can't do it, but you're going to hear it so many times in multiple videos, right? Because the same thing that happened back then is happening now. The same thing that's happening now happened already. The prophets is out here being messengers, being spokesmen for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They're giving you warning of war, right? And there's war going on in the world. Brothers is telling you that America's going to be destroyed. Brothers is telling you that 2/3 are going to be destroyed, right? We have to take heed unto these things. Let's get something in the gospel. Matthew 21, verse 34 and 36. It says, and when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they might receive the fruit of it. And the husbandmen took his servants and beat one, and killed another, and stoned another. Again he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But last of all he sent unto them his son, saying, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir. Come and let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him and cast him out of the vineyard and slew him. Right? So the husbandman is the example of the Pharisees, right? The false teachers that's sitting in Moses' seat. And the servants is the prophets, the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the teachers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And the son that, they were supposed to reverence is Hamashiach Yahushai. Right? Same thing over and over again, man. The prophets is in the midst of us, man. Let's get another one. Let's go to the history. Let's go to 2 Kings. And let's go to chapter 17 in verse 13 and 14. It says, yet Yahweh testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, the visionaries, what we read in 1 Samuel 9:9, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, in which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their neck like to the neck of their fathers that did not believe in Yahweh their prophet. Right? And that's what the men of the Lord does. The Lord send them to teach you to turn from your ways, to cry aloud, and to spare not. Let's go to 2 Ezra, the first chapter, 1 and 5. Go thy way. No, actually, let me read verse 4. It says, and the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's, right? And you line that up with Isaiah 58 and 1. The same thing, right? We have to teach you your ways, man. Tell you of your fathers, man. Isaiah 58 and 1, cry aloud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins. Right? We're supposed to lift up our voice like a trumpet, like a warning sign. If we don't do that, the blood is on our hand. I'm not about to die knowing that I can teach this and I have the ability, and for some reason I have a desire for this, even though it's all the Lord. I'm going to annoy every last person that's watching these videos, that's not watching these videos, and I'm going to keep pushing them as much as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai allows me. Right? Because you have to know, if you don't come back to the Lord, you're going to be destroyed. Right? That's why we have to measure out the time. We're in a time of seeing the Lord is about to come. What comes after this destruction? the restoration, right? The restoring of the kingdom of Israel, right? So we got to get our shit right, you know, because this is not a game. Like, this thing is really about life and death. And some of y'all gonna really taste death. Some of us are going to have to die for this truth because how much we believe in it. People are gonna bump up against us. But if you ain't trying to hear this, you're never gonna know until later on, man. You're gonna know it, death by pain, right? All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for that. So I believe I'm gonna close out with this, with the last precept we started with. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15. It says, what is happening now has happened before, and what will happen in the future has happened before, because God makes the same things happen over and over again. And this is in the NLT. This is why there's no remembrance of what happened before, because the Lord took that from your thoughts, from your mind, so you won't know that. But guess what? The same thing happened. He allowed us to get in the scriptures and be like, wait, the same thing happened again? Ain't nothing new under the sun? So literally, a lot of our spirits is of old. Our spirits keep coming back down to a place of judgment under the sun. Salaki, get a new flesh. Our spirit is in a cocoon. This body is a carnal body, and it's going to die whenever the Lord has an expiration date for you, you know? And some of us got the position that the Lord wants us to teach. Some of us is in school where we teaching the law. We going into the wisdom, right? We going into the parables. We going to the dark sayings. We going into the prophecies. And the Lord might use a good handful that's going to teach the whole volume. Each lesson is dabbling into multiple things. Brothers is even going into the kingdom, going into how brothers are going to have glorified bodies. Brothers going to be having power. They're going to be flying, right? Brothers is talking about how they women, not a women, how they're women, how they're going to want for what their desire is, right? But the same thing brothers is teaching now, brothers was teaching of old, because ain't nothing new under the sun. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I want to give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I want to be thankful. I want to say Tawada for the prophets that you have sent, right? St. John, the 4th chapter, the Lord tells us that we enter into other man's labors. And I'm in other man's labors teaching the same thing that was taught 10, 15 years before me, 20 years before me, 30 years before me. And the Lord blessed me, had mercy on me. He had mercy on me and allowed me to come in his truth. And not only that, to be able to teach it and have a desire to teach 100% of his truth, you know. But all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Lord willing, you were edified by this lesson, just like I was.